Okay, it's time to make this chatbot a little bit more interesting, and hopefully he can. Again, we're going to get the computer to ask another question, but this time we'll have a play around with getting him to respond differently based on what you say. So let's ask a pretty straightforward question where you're only expecting a yes or a no response. So ask a yes/no question and give um, different answers. You could say, for example. Um, and actually, if you get ideas while you're doing this, you can also leave comments of what those ideas. I just had the idea to maybe give random responses. That's another thing we might do later, but I'm just going to put that there and put it down lower. Now, as you just get as far as you get in this assignment, even if you've just got up to this point and it's time to submit it, that's fine. Just the further you go, the more interesting your chatbot will get. So let's see what we can do here. So maybe we'll just go back here, and again we'll have a time dot sleep. This time maybe for 3 seconds. Have a play around with those timings. And ask it to yes, no. So we'll say maybe what can it ask? Maybe it can ask, do you like school? So in this case, I'm just going to be a bit boring and just save it in something called answer and say input. Do you like school? Um, just another bit of a tip here. If I want to test this and I don't want it to run through all of this here, if you put 3 quotation marks before and after a whole chunk of text, it will comment it all out and then it won't run it at all. So now when I test it here, it says, hello, I'm a computer. My name is Monty. Do you like school? So that's really useful for testing purposes. Um, okay, so if I type something here like no, then it's not going to do anything because it's not programmed to. How can we respond differently based on what's entered? Well, Python has this fantastic if else kind of symbol, and also elif, which is if or else if, which I'll show you in a second. But we'll say if answer is equal to. Now, when you're comparing things in if statements, it's not one equals sign. One equals sign actually sets the word answer to be the label for something. Two equal signs means it's actually comparing it. Okay, so if answer equals, we'll say no. Well, maybe we'll start with yes. If answer equals yes, oops, and then we put a colon and hit enter. Now you'll notice here that it's been automatically indented a little bit. You have to leave that, otherwise it won't work properly. So everything that's coming here, if the answer equals yes, this code will get executed, but only if it's indented in, otherwise it will throw an error. So if the answer equals yes, then maybe we will print, yeah, well, good for you. I have no idea. Now, that's all we wanted to put to print. Well, yeah, that's all we wanted to print there. So now I can put an else. Oh, actually, let's put an if answer equals no. But actually, this is the second option. So we're actually going to use elif, which is short for else if. So basically, it's going to check this. If it runs, it's just going to skip this whole section and move on to the next section. If it doesn't, it's going to keep running through and check the second one. So else, if answer equals no, print, um, you should try harder to like it. And then finally, else is a bit of a catch-all, anything else that comes up. You don't have to include it, but in this case we will. We'll print, I can't understand a word you are saying. Now, this is only going to run if the answer wasn't yes or no. So if you wrote something like, you know, no, it's really terrible, the computer wouldn't know how to respond to that. So that's what we're going to do. So let's test that out. Hello, I'm a computer. My name is Monty. Remember, it's skipping this section because we commented it out. Do you like school? Yes. Well, good for you. Run it again. Hello, I'm a computer. My name is Monty. Do you like school? No. You should try harder to like it. And the last one, always make sure you test all the different possibilities if you can. The last one, do you like school? I can't understand a word you're saying. There we go. Um, so that's actually starting to look quite good. One thing you might want to be a bit concerned about is sometimes people will respond with it with a capital for yes, or they might use the word yeah. So you can actually put different options here as well. So you can say if answer equals yes, or answer equals yeah, for example. Then if I run that, yeah should still work. Yeah should work as well. Yeah. So you can add more options in there. Okay. Um, good luck. You've made it a long way. Again, make it your own. Do some interesting things with it. And if you want to keep trying to push yourself, I'll see you in the next video.